Okay, density calculations. Here we go. All right, you should have the worksheet with the 5 problems, okay? And I'm going to do the first 2. I'll show you how to set it up, and then it's up to you to do the remaining 3. And what I'll do is, once I'm done the first 2 problems, you finish the next 3, and then I'll read off the answers, okay? And well, then if you want to talk about them in class or at Science Help Desk, that is fine. We can do that, okay? So please watch closely, and you got to understand this. This is really important. This is going to be one of the calculations on your upcoming tests, okay? So at the top, above problem number 1, there's like a space right here. I want you to draw a triangle, and I want the triangle to look like this. Like that. And I want a horizontal line here, and I want a vertical line there. And I want a dot in the middle. And the dot stands for multiplication. And over here I want you to put the value D for density, M up top for mass, and V for volume. M is mass, V is volume, D is density. And next to it I want you to write the units. The units for mass is going to be kilograms. The unit for volume is going to be milliliters in this case. And the unit for density is going to be, think mass grams. We'll go grams this time. Okay, we'll go grams. Sorry. We'll make density grams over milliliter. Okay? Now, why do we have this triangle? To help you solve different equations. So if you're solving for density, if the problem is what's the density, if you don't know the density, cover it up. Look what's left over. M over divided by V. Volume. See that? Now what if I give you the density in a problem, and all of a sudden I say, well, what's the mass? Watch this. Don't know the mass. Cover it up. D times V. See how that works right there? Look how easy this is. And then let's say you don't know the volume. So it's the unknown. So cover it up because you don't know what it is. Clean that up. And then you're left with M over or divided by D. See how that triangle works? So put that up top and put the units, okay? Because units are very important, okay? Because every number has a unit. There will be a few exceptions when we get to simple machines, mechanical advantage, and things like that, but that's later. Okay. Problem 1, and I asked you to draw 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3. Giving you 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. And I want to write this down. Now hold on a second. This is not showing on the camera. I'll check in a second. We'll see. List givens, LG, formula, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, answer. Now let me look on the camera here, let me see how it looks. I'm filming this by myself, those that are new to this. Let's see, what do we have? Oh good, you can see that pretty well. Okay, perfect. Okay, so, first problem it says, a metal ball has a mass of 42 grams. So circle, right now circle, mass of 42 grams. And also I get a circle, volume of 6 centimeters cubed. And also with volume we can use centimeters cubed. Remember that. Okay? So it can be grams per milliliters or grams per centimeter cubed. Okay? And also we want to find out what is the density. Alright, let's take a look. List givens. What does that mean? We're doing 4 boxes for one reason. To help you organize and show your work properly. To keep you organized so you don't make careless mistakes. That's why we're doing it, okay? I want you to learn to show work neatly, cleanly, and properly. So first box, list what you have. So we have in our problem, M equals 42 grams. So mass is 42 grams. V, volume, equals 6 centimeters cubed. See how that works right there? And then I want you to write your D equals question mark. I don't know. Now by looking at this, you have everything organized. You know what you got to solve for. See how nice that looks? Okay? So in the next box, F is formula. So the formula is going to be D equals M divided by V. Since I don't know what D is, cover it up. What's left over? M divided by over V. Boom, formula. Okay? Now we're going to plug it in. Density equals, my phone's ringing but it can wait, 42 grams. See that right there? All I did was take this and stick it right in there. Look at that. Divided by 6 centimeters. Plug it in, plug it in. Look how neat and organized that is. Keeps you organized. Final answer. Density equals 7. What's the unit? Grams per centimeters. Oh, centimeters cubed. Sorry. Grams per centimeters cubed. Answer. So the density of the metal ball is 7. Would it sink or float in water? It would sink because it has a value of greater than 1. See how easy that is? List givens, formula, plug it in, answer. It's very simple and it's organized. Well, why do you make us write all this? Because I want you to learn how to show work. I don't want you making careless mistakes. That's why we set it up like this. That's why we do the 4 boxes. Okay? Alright, so that's the first answer. It's 7, but the setup has to be shown properly. Alright? So I'm going to erase this and I'm going to do the second one. Okay? Same format, 4 boxes. Okay, now, still have our formula triangle up here to help us as a resource. We have our units so we know what's going on, okay? Second box, we're working with density, mass, volume. Acetone, it's found in the nail polish remover, okay? It's a chemical. Has a density, oh, circle, has a density of, 0.784 grams per milliliter, okay? So now they're giving me density. A little bit different, but still easy. What is the mass? What is the mass? Right there, you should be thinking, oh, they're asking me what's the mass. So that might be the unknown that we have to solve for. If it fills a 25 milliliter container, it doesn't say volume there, guys, but milliliters is the unit for volume. That's why we wrote our units up here, to help you recognize and stay organized. So volume is, what is it, 25 milliliters, like that. So we've listed our givens. So we go to the formula triangle, we're solving for M. We don't know what it is. Cover it up, what's left over? D dot V, D times V. Okay, that means multiply. So it's M equals D times V, just like that. So there's your formula. Plug it in, keep it organized. M equals, let me move this needle more, 0.784. Every number has a unit. Every number has a unit. Write down units. See that? Times 25 milliliters. See that right there? Okay. And your final answer is going to be, the mass is going to be 19.6. What did I forget? The unit. Well, what's the unit? If you take a look here, these would cancel out when we know mass is grams. So the answer is 19.6 grams. Okay, so now let me ask you something here. See that difference right there? How we multiply it, how we use the formula triangle? Very neat and organized. Okay? Alright, so those are the first 2. Now you might be asked to find volume in one of the future problems. M over D. See how that works? Okay? And I'm going to give you one other little tidbit. How do you find volume of a rectangular prism? Think about it for a second. Volume equals LWH. So sometimes you might need to get your volume first and then do the problem. Okay, so make sure you show that too. And I'll pause for a second so you can stop the video. Okay, now you're going to do the rest of the problems. So I'll pause. Okay, the answers for number 3. I get 0.075 grams per milliliter for density. Number 4 has that extra step. Look up top. I got density of 4.3 grams per centimeters cubed. And number 5, we're solving for volume. I'm looking at 1.6 milliliters. Okay, so try those problems. They're due on Monday. Now at the bottom it says comments or questions. If there's something while you're watching this video you want to ask me, or something comes to your mind, write it down. And then we'll talk about it in class. And we'll review this in class. Since this is our first time for many of you working with these videos, we'll take our time and go through it. But I wanted you to try this. And hopefully this helps. And the cool thing is, if you're not sure, guess what? Hit rewind. Hear it again. Okay? All right, so there's our density calculation on demand on the Springport 8th Grade Center on Demand video site. Hopefully this helps. We have Science Help Desk every week. Make sure you show up. Got to practice, okay? Got to work hard. We'll start producing our science department video, which would cover like a nice review of Chapter 2, okay, to help you guys for your test, which is upcoming in the next couple weeks. And that's that. But you got to study and you got to work, okay? All right. Good job, and that's it. All right, hopefully you're doing good. Turning it off now. Here we go. Hold on.